AQA question 13 from their level 2 sample paper and the calculator section. So this question's about this candle company. Mayo runs a company that makes and sells candles. The mass of wax in grams needed to make a candle can be worked out using this complicated looking formula. This is telling me a bit more about what everything in this formula is. What have I got to do? The company makes a candle in the shape of a cylinder. The candle has radius 4 centimeters and height 15. The candle has 10% fragrance. Work out the mass of wax in kilograms required to make 2,500 of these candles. And it's a 7-mark question, so there's obviously quite a lot of work to do here. Okay, so to find the mass of 2,500 candles, we need first to know the mass of one candle, and we can see that's what this formula is telling us. W is the mass of wax in grams of a candle. So looking at this formula, we can see two other letters, V and F. V is the volume of the candle, and F is the percentage of fragrance in the candle. And I can see I know F. F is 10%. And it says F is the percentage of fragrance, so I want it as a percentage, so that's fine. But V, I don't know. What I do know is the shape and size of the candle, and I can use that to work out the volume. V is the volume, I can work this out. So the candle is a cylinder, and the volume of a cylinder we should know is pi r squared times the height. Pi, you can either use your pi button on your calculator, or you can use 3.142. Says that on the instructions on the front of the paper. Either use your calculator button or use that. I'm going to use my calculator button because I've got a pi on my calculator here. So to use that, I need to press the Shift key and then this button that pi is written in yellow above it. What else do I need to work out this volume? I need the radius, which I know, and I need the height, which I know. So I've got everything I need, and I'm going to type into my calculator pi times 4 squared times 15. 4 squared can be done with this button here. When I type that into the calculator, it gives me an answer of 240 pi. Now you might be tempted to try and get this multiplied out, and you can do that by pressing the SD button while the answer's on your calculator. But actually, writing down 240 pi is fine at this stage, and if you multiply it out, you'll just get a big long decimal number, which you'll end up rounding off. So you're better leaving that as 240 pi for the moment. Okay, so that's the volume, and we've already got the F, the fragrance. So now we've got everything we need to use this formula. So we're going to do W equals V, which we know is 240 pi, times all this stuff in the brackets, which is 100 minus 10 over 100, and then times 0.83. And this bit here, we need to do that first. 100 minus 10 is 90 over 100, and then times by 0.83. Now you could, if you're using a scientific calculator like me, you could type all this in exactly as it appears. 240 times the pi symbol times bracket, fraction button, 100 minus 10 Go down to the bottom of your fraction, put in the 100, close your bracket, times 0.83. But I can do this in my head as 0.9, so I'm going to type it in with a 0.9 because it's quicker. When I do, I get an answer of 4482 over 25, still multiplied by pi. Now, that might worry a lot of students because it looks all a bit complicated, but it's just a fraction that doesn't come out to a nice round number multiplied by pi, which also is a awkward decimal. So you can get your calculator to work that out for you. It'll give you an answer of 563.22473, and it keeps going on and on and on. And I got this to turn into this just by pressing the SD button, which converts things on a calculator. But actually, like with this 240 pi, this is easier to write and more accurate. So I would leave my answer in this form for the moment, because I haven't finished yet. That is the volume, the mass of one candle. This is the mass of one candle. I need 2,500. So I need to do 2,500 times 4482 over 25 times pi. And if I've still got that on my calculator, I can just press times 2500, and you'll see the display show answer. That's the answer from the previous question, times 2500. And that will give me an answer of 148,061.827. Have I answered the question? What was I asked to do? Work out the mass of wax in kilograms required to make these 2,500 candles. So I'm nearly there, but this formula gave me the mass of one candle in grams. So this answer is still in grams. And if I leave it there, I'm going to end up losing a mark that I could have got if I'd done one little tiny step. I want mass in kilograms, and I should know that there are 1,000 grams in 1 kilogram. So to convert this to kilograms, I just need to divide by 1,000. I can do that by pressing divide 1,000 on my calculator, but I barely need to because it's moving the decimal point in 3 places. And I've rounded 0.61. I think this is an accurate enough answer for this question. So I'm going to leave it there.